It's the smiling, shining feeling, the light of a brand new day. And you're the Pepsi generation, you're the spirit of today. There's a feeling deep inside you, a spirit you just can't hide. And with every taste of life that's new, well, that Pepsi spirit shines right through. It's that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. It's the love and the laughter, the taste of life the world is after. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in.
My mind is pouring Cheerios, hurrah, hurrah. She's pouring on the oats for us, hurrah, hurrah.
Every morning as we get dressed, Mom is pouring what we like best.
My family loves their Cheerios, hurrah, hurrah.
Takes lots of oats to make a bowl, hurrah, hurrah.
It makes the mother feel so good to know they're eating what they should.
Cheerios. It takes over 1,000 oats to make every delicious bowlful. Now that's part of this nutritious breakfast.
Hurrah!
Scruples, the searing bestseller, is now a CBS movie spectacular starring Lindsay Wagner. She was a secretary until her marriage made her one of the richest widows in the world. Suddenly, she controlled an empire of high fashion and movie making. Her money could buy her anything except the man she wanted most, and it made her a target for blackmail and greed. Gavin MacLeod, Barry Bostwick, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., Connie Stevens, Robert Reed star in Scruples, Monday at 9, 8 Central. It's what can happen when your dreams come true.
This is CBS.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. I used to cut off split ends. Now I help repair them with Wella Balsam Shampoo. Because Wella Balsam Shampoo's special conditioners protect your hair and help repair split ends. What's more, Wella Balsam Shampoo is 100% oil-free, so your hair looks shiny clean, healthy, and beautifully conditioned. Don't cut off split ends. Help repair them with Wella Balsam Shampoo. You love your hair.
The Live Stream Code and Rating Administration has rated this online event PG. All ages admitted. Please be kind and stay on topic.
Good evening and welcome to the Good Stuff Live. My name is Dave Sundstrom, and if you enjoy talking about music, movies, mostly TV, classic TV at that, well, you've come to the right place. True confession time. This was originally planned to be a channel members only live stream, meaning that it was an exclusive live stream for my paying, supporting channel members. But you know who forgot to set it up so that it would be like that. It's a two-step process. There's the normal step that you take where you schedule the live stream, and then there's a second step that I have to do after the fact. After it's already been published or scheduled on YouTube, I have to go back in and change the settings. And I forgot to do that, so guess what? Tonight will be a normal live stream, which it'll be a normal live stream, but it'll be a little bit different than my normal live streams in that typically with a normal live stream, I have stuff planned. With channel member live streams, it's more just kind of visiting, ad hoc, informally, conversation off the seat of, how do you say it? I was going to say off the seat of our cuffs, but that's wrong. Anyway, it's, very unrehearsed, unplanned conversation. And so there's going to be some of that tonight. We might do some trivia at the end of the evening. And I do have some more vintage commercials. I have a musical performance by Loretta Swit, and maybe we'll even play one of my old retro jukebox songs. Well, we just got stuff we'll do for the next hour. But what I like to do, and what I always try to do in a channel member live stream, is I try to read as many comments as I can. I try to make sure that everybody that's here feels acknowledged and feels welcome. So we're going to do exactly that. So let me get to the comments here, and we're going to just start from the very top. First person I show making a comment in the chat is my good friend Danny Staten from South Carolina. He says, greetings. Channel member Lance Chaffin says hello there. And channel member Angela McCardle says hi to Danny and Lance and to me as well. Thanks, Angela. Folks saying hello back and forth. And then Lance mentions that he's battling some allergies. That's no good. And then channel member Lance Chaffin uses his milestone message saying thank you, and thank you to you, Lance, for all your support. Lance has been a supporting channel member for 40 months. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. When you think about that, that's more than 3 years that he has been supporting this channel. You know, become an executive producer of the channel, if you will. One thing I will say to my channel members that are a little bit disappointed that tonight's live stream isn't an exclusive live stream. Next Monday, I'll make sure I set it up correctly. Sorry, folks. Channel member Angela McCardle says, I'm battling major tooth pain. I can't get into a dentist for a while because they've got a huge wait list. Yeah, that's tough with the dentist. I've encountered that myself. But typically, any dentist worth his or her salt will have 2 or 3 slots open for someone who is experiencing major pain. And what you need to do is when you call in, Angela, let them know that this is an emergency and ask them if there's any way for them to slide you in earlier than, a couple weeks out, because that's not reasonable to expect you to endure that kind of pain for that long. Yikes, Angela says her tooth is actually broken. That's rough. And I, like Lance, I hope you get in as soon as possible. Angela says, I hope so too, Lance, because I haven't been able to eat much except mashed potatoes. Oh, my uncle always said our family has strong roots and rotten teeth. Yeah, let's see. Oatmeal pudding and applesauce. Oh, those are 3 things that I actually don't mind. Yeah, Angela says soft foods, bad enough. I've been icing that side because it's swollen. Yeah, that's just, I don't know if there's anything more painful than mouth pain. It's just one of the worst, especially with they're just so sensitive. Yeah, definitely take the pain meds if you can, Angela. Angela says, I'm taking Tylenol because Ambisol is the most disgusting thing for a toothache, and it only works for maybe 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, definitely message your doctor and ask her. And just, it's all how you communicate what you're dealing with, and let them know that it's really something where you need to see that dentist as soon as possible. Channel member John Collins has arrived, said, hey, Dave, and everyone, I'm here. We can lift off now. Let's enjoy the ride, everyone. Indeed. Thanks for joining us tonight, John, and thanks for the great offline conversation that we've had recently. I apologize. Sometimes I don't respond as quickly as I'd like to be able to, but appreciate your patience with me. At Colt 49ers 97 shares a little emoji. Nice. Let's see. Is Colt a member? No, I think I've already explained why we have everyone hanging out with us, and that's A-OK. Superplex, channel member Superplex says, sorry to hear about Angela's toothache. Medical delivery system in the U.S. is abominable. I agree. And channel member Sarah, a.k.a. My Flock is Everywhere, or My Flock 000, who's been a member for a full year now. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, Sarah. I appreciate all your support. Happy New Year to you and to all. Yeah. Let's see. Someone's drinking it in now. Channel member Angela McArdle says, "Hi, I know, Zuper, it's ridiculous. There are dental places here that won't take certain health insurance. That's rough. Sometimes they operate on a cash pay only basis, and that's no darn fun for sure." Hey, Adrian James, good to have you with us here tonight. And I agree when it comes to health insurance and dental insurance and just the whole, our whole way of taking care of our citizens here in the U.S. when it comes to health care issues, it needs an overhaul. Hello there, Bob. Good evening and welcome to you. Bob's been a channel member for I don't know how long. He didn't use his milestone message, but he says, hello there, cats and kittens. Bob will be joining me online along with my two other retro pals, Pat McCormack and Barry King. Not next Monday. That will be our channel members only live stream, but the following Monday. I know we have two members in here, and welcome your two non-members. Welcome non-members to what was to be a channel member exclusive live stream, but because yours truly screwed up, it's an everybody live stream tonight. Good to have you all here, each and every one of you. Channel member Sean Innes says, good evening all. Sean, and I believe he actually goes by Dave, but Sean Innes, let's just go with his handle here, has been a supporting channel member for 37 months, and boy, oh boy, are you appreciated, Sean. Thanks for all your support. Folks saying hello to one and other. Saying hi to Sister Sarah. Auburn Kim 1989 says, I love Dave's intros. Thank you. I hope most of you enjoy the vintage commercials and all the other things that I do during my live streams. What I'm sharing with you are the things that I love. I love watching vintage commercials on YouTube. They're like a little time machine for me. And you just go back and whether it's a commercial jingle or a particularly clever commercial, just in the way it's scripted out, and it just takes me back to a different time, a different place in my life, right? Angela says, maybe I'll have some coffee, brandy, and milk later to knock myself out so I can sleep tonight. Whatever it takes, Angela. Whatever it takes to get some sleep tonight, that's important. Let's see. Folks saying hello, and Sharon Watson's here hanging out with us. Good to have you with us. She says, oops, maybe she didn't mean to be here, but if you are still here, Sharon, welcome. This is going to be a really informal live stream. We'll talk about whatever folks want to talk about, and we'll just go with the flow. Maybe I'll share some more vintage videos, stuff like that. Look at this. We've got Cora. I believe that's A Child 4363's name. You can stick around, Cora. We're happy to have you tonight. Like I said, it's my mistake, no one else's, and tickled to have you all. No, stick around, Auburn Kim. Not tonight. This is gonna be a regular live stream. So everybody, please make everybody feel welcome tonight. We'll have that channel members only live stream next Monday. Let's see. Yeah, why leave? Don't leave. Stick around. I have a hunch. Melina is my factoid person. Melina loves to share factoids in our chat when I have my live streams. And I've often thought not every chat factoid has to do with Patrick Swayze, but a lot of them do. I have to think that Patrick is one of Melina's favorite stars, both in movie and TV shows, right? Although, Patrick, I'm trying to think, was he in any classic TV shows? Mostly movies. Nope, you're able to chat, hang out with us. Yeah, see, there's a Chad Everett factoid. Although I'm not a big Chad Everett fan. Some of the things I've seen about him on YouTube, he was sexist. He was a sexist pig. The way he treated women. Didn't like it. Let's see. Robert Redford's son died in 2020. Hey, Sakina, good to have you with us here tonight. Let's see. And Angela. What is this for, Angela? Stop it. Hello. Good to have you here. But you support me in so many ways. You don't need to do a super chat. But since you did, let me dig up an old super chat thank you message. I don't use them very often anymore. But they're fun to pull out every now and again. I did a YouTube short on another one of my channels, the TV Time Travel channel, on All in the Family today. So maybe we'll do Archie Bunker. Good old Archie. I need to do more videos on All in the Family. I don't think I've done any. When I say more, I think I need to do some. My video that's being published tomorrow morning, channel members have had access to it for a couple of days, but is all about Teresa Graves. And I really loved putting that video together. Really loved putting it together. It was so much fun. And such an interesting lady. And so sad. She died so young, 54 years old. Let's see. Sister Sarah says, folks, hit that like button and share out and comment after the show. Thank you so much for the reminder, Sarah. And thanks to all of you that choose to do that. Yep. Bob's going to be on screen with me on the 26th of this month. Let's see. Gray Man Media says, okay, so this is about us. And if so, have you already done a TK Carter video? I have not done a TK Carter video. May not do one. I'm trying to be somewhat selective about them. And TK Carter wasn't hugely impactful and influential in my life. Now, that doesn't mean he isn't in the lives of others. But, you know, the ones that I'm immediately driven to are the ones where they were in TV shows that I watched a lot of, or movies that I hold dear, that type of thing. But he was a funny guy. TK Carter. Trying to think what he was in. Wasn't he in a Chevy Chase movie? And he was on TV too a little bit as well. What? Did you use your milestone option already? You typically only get one a month from what I understand. TK Carter from The Thing. Was he in the John Carpenter remake of The Thing? I don't remember that. Oh, glad to have you here, Travis Taylor. Stick around as long as you can. Channel member John Collins says, Dave, I'm not worried if there's ever a time difference. I simply appreciate the camaraderie and your wise, gentle Fred Rogers-like sensibility. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient with me. And Angel Man Freddy says, did you collect trading cards with those nasty bubblegum sticks back in the 70s or 80s? I had Happy Days, Charlie's Angels, Grease, and Kiss. I bet they are worth some money today. Hang on one second. Oh. Digging out things out of the playhouse. Not the playhouse. It's really my hall of nostalgia. Picture discs. Toucan Sam picture discs. Each one of these is a little record. The only reason I share those is because they were on top of what I'm going to show you. Let me see. It's in here, in this thing right here. Look at this. An open package of baseball cards. What year does it say? It does not. 1988. 1988 Donruss baseball cards. Are these all my sports ones? I gotta find my. I have I collected the Star Wars ones, the Batman ones, I loved Wacky Packages. But these aren't them. I had some Andy Griffith ones too. Oh well. Yes, I collected them, and I actually enjoyed the gum. Yes. Thank you, channel member Lance Chaffin. Patrick Swayze was in a short TV show called The Renegades in 1980. Awesome. Grayman Media says, Dave Sundstrom, will you be doing a TK Carter video tribute? And will you be doing an NBC 100th anniversary special in 2026? I didn't even know it was the 20th or the 100th anniversary of NBC. I will add that one to my list. It might be fun to do something about that. I already talked about TK Carter, maybe down the road. Haven't decided yet. Let's see. I like shows that William Shatner is in. I don't know how much I like the man, but I don't know the man, right? I don't know the man, but I've heard things about him. Channel member Sean Innes says he was the one in roller skates. TK Carter in The Thing. Oh, okay. Grayman Media says Punky Brewster, Dave Sundstrom, H was in the first season of Punky Brewster. H. Who is H? Grayman Media says, no, I don't remember him from Punky Brewster. Let's see. Channel member Thresh Pondopan says, was talking about Just My Luck the other night. Oh, he was in Just My Luck. That's right. Funny stuff. Only 13 episodes. Hey there, Mark G. B4N. Good to have you with us. Let's see. Angel Man Freddy says, very cool, buddy. Glad you collected. I totally forgot Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Empire cards. Yeah, had them all. Had them all. That was, and then the Batman 89 series 1 and 2. $6 Million Man, I vaguely recall. Huge into the Wacky Packages. Like I said, that was my go-to. Love the Wacky Packages. Just Our Luck or Just My Luck? One or the other. Yeah, I remember that one now. All right, I'm caught up on comments, so let me play a little bit of some videos for a minute, and then I'll be back with more stuff for all of you. How about, I don't know, let's do some more commercials, and then I'll pull up something musical as well.
We'll return after these messages.
Burger King presents 4 bright, colorful Star Wars glasses.
Hey, it's Luke Skywalker.
And the princess.
Gee, wow!
Get your kids a different Star Wars glass each week. Buy a regular serving of Coke for 59 cents plus tax. Get Chewbacca. Get Darth Vader. R2-D2 and C-3PO.
What mission? What are you talking about?
We can get all 4.
Star Wars glasses at Burger King until August 17th.
The Diet Right Cola Bill of Rights. You have the right to bear arms and bare legs and even bare tummies. The right to feel secure in your tight jeans. And above all, to pursue these rights, you have the right to a 1-calorie cola with real cola taste. Diet Right.
Demand your right to the taste, the real cola taste. Diet Right. Demand that 1-calorie real cola taste. Demand your right. Diet Right.
Help! I need a stronger trash bag, one that resists tears and rips better.
Yes. Well, now Hefty has it. Hefty's new 2-ply bonding system gives you a bag made from 2 different kinds of plastic. See, there's a tough outside layer designed to resist tears up and down, plus an inside layer for strength side to side. The 2 plies are bonded together. 2 plies add up to 1 stronger Hefty bag. New Hefty 2-ply.
Morris, your horoscope's divine.
What do the stars know?
Listen, new experience forthcoming. It's true. There's something new for Din Din.
Did the stars forget I'm finicky?
It's 9 lives. New beef and liver.
The Moroscope says check that out. Wow, 9 lives.
New beef and liver from 9 Lives. Nutritious foods cats really like, even Morris.
9 lives? It's what's in the dish, not the stars.
The apple tree blossoms in the breeze that we walked among, lying in the hay, games we used to play, where the willow hung only yesterday, when the world was young. You must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate, that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
We lost Loretta in 2025. Beautiful song, beautiful lady. All right, let's get back to comments. Channel member Angela McArdle says, I just watched an episode of Andy Griffith. Early Bernard Fox was in it where he acted like he had drank the sherry to lose his job so Aunt Bee would be happy. It was hilarious. Classic episode. I just love the Andy Griffith show. It's one of my go-tos, particularly if it's one of those days where the news has been particularly contentious. There's a lot of chaos going on in the real world. It's time to go to Mayberry. Nothing can settle the nerves like a visit to Mayberry and to hang out with some old friends like Andy, Barn, Gomer. Yeah, good stuff. Gray Man Media says the diet right gets me thinking about the guy who discovered the secret Coca-Cola formula last week. I didn't know that. a guy had discovered it and apparently sounds like unearthed or shared it with the world. Have to check it out. Yes, Bob, I knew you were a Wacky Packages collector as well. And then collected the recent editions with my granddaughter. How cool is that, to pass on the love of Wacky Packages to your granddaughter? I loved Morris as well. Zuper wants to know when Jonathan Winters became British. Hey, it's Music Girl 67, another long-term time channel member, supporting channel member, says hello there and good evening to Dave and everyone, hoping that your week is off to a fabulous start and your channel and your new year is going splendidly. I'm so glad to be here with everybody again. Hey, Ms. Elizabeth, guess what I got in on my doorstep today? Captain America 1 and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon or something like that. Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, under $5 for both movies. I was ecstatic to get those. So thank you so much for the tip. Channel member Sean Innes says, wow, haven't seen a Morris the Cat commercial in forever. They were so ubiquitous back when. Yeah, they sure were. And Morris was indeed a shelter cat. You are correct, Bob. Let's see, folks saying hello to Music Girl, talking about Morris. Sakina McMurrin says Loretta had a beautiful voice. I loved her in MASH. Me too. Me too. She was so great in that show, and she does have a beautiful voice. Let's see. Risking a copyright strike. Not a strike, a claim. And I'll get it. But I'm not planning on monetizing this live stream, so it doesn't really matter. Copyright claims really don't hurt anybody. What it hurts is the YouTube creator that wants to monetize their videos or their live streams. A copyright claim just means that you played something or you shared something that you didn't own the copyright to, and that YouTube is going to funnel whatever, if so, for the folks that aren't premium members, there's ads placed before the live stream, I believe. And if someone's watching it in replay mode, again, before just watching the video, and whatever revenue is generated that YouTube would typically share with me, they will share with the copyright holders. I think it's a really cool thing. I don't play copyright stuff very often because, I do. I'm a creator that it's a hobby, but I do enjoy taking my wife out to eat a couple times a month from what I earn. So. But I'm not overly concerned about it either. It felt worth it to play Loretta Swit tonight. And yeah, we'll just go there. Stick with that. Channel member Music Girl 67, Ms. Elizabeth says, oh, it's so comforting to see so many friends here. One of the best places to be on a Monday night for sure. Cool. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel exactly the same way, Ms. Elizabeth. I love hanging out with you guys. Look at this. Diane Dugan's here with us tonight. Says, how are you? How are you, Diane? I'm doing great. And yeah, Loretta had a beautiful voice. There's another one. I have another video where she's singing it's not a duet per se, because there's 3 of them. It's Tony Tanil, her, and Perry Como. It's great. Let's see. Didn't Bernard Fox become a cast member? I think he showed up more than once. I don't know if he would ever be considered like a permanent cast member, but he had recurring appearances on the show. Channel member Music Girl 67 uses her milestone messages, and she says, I'm so happy you got your DVD, Dave. Yay, hooray. Ms. Elizabeth has been a channel member, a supporting channel member for 35 months. Time flies, right? I'm glad things are good for you in Puerto Rico, Zuper. Good to have you here with us. Angela says, channel member Angela McArdle says, she thinks he was only in 2 episodes. Was it just 2? I thought it was more than that. Channel member John Collins says, as I told you, I recently watched your Celebrities Lost in 2025 live stream since I was unable to share my choices, which losses affect me the most. I will now share the Reiners and MJW. Oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah. so needless in both cases. Heartbreaking. No, members only videos aren't monetized. So, the folks that are supporting channel members, there's a little bit of money that I get each month in aggregate from everybody in your channel membership. It's not a ton, but it's a little bit. It's enough to take my wife to Arby's. Let's see. Travis Taylor 5000 says, nothing like the classic black and white TV. Leave It to Beaver, Andy Griffith, first season of Gomer. Yeah, all the seasons are great. Dick Van Dyke, I Love Lucy. Yes. Sean Innes says, channel member Sean Innes says, been seeing videos where 2 channels are recognized in the lower left. Just wondering if they split the revenue and metadata benefits. So they split the metadata benefits. They don't split the revenue automatically. I have done 2 videos like that with Pat McCormack, and they haven't made a ton of money. In each case, under both of them individually under $5 each. But if they ever kind of go viral and start generating significant income, I'll just send Pat the money. So yeah, I would want to share with him if that was the case. But YouTube doesn't do it automatically. It's just kind of the metadata, and it, when 2 channels collaborate like that, and you see the information in the lower left on both channels, it gives a bigger channel an opportunity to spotlight a lower channel right there, and folks can click on it and learn more about that channel. Zuper says, I also enjoyed The Untouchables too. I like that movie, and I like the TV show. Channel member Music Girl 67 says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Elizabeth, for the reminder. Great to see you, channel member Byron USA. We don't see you all that often. Good to have you with us. Channel member, there we go. Well, only one more time. Angela McArdle says that Bernard Fox was on the show 3 times. Okay. Let's see. Channel member John Collins says, are all channel members see your presentation on how to digitize a DVD collection? Yes, indeed. My how to create a streaming service, your own very local streaming service, is available to all channel members to watch. And that's the kind of video that I don't think I would be highly likely to publish for everyone, because I just don't think there's a lot of demand for that type of video. But I was happy to put that together for you, John, and I was hopeful that if someone else, one of the other channel members, found it useful, even better, right? Let's see. Channel member Sean Innes says, seemed a way for bigger channels to help a newer channel. It would be really cool if YouTube could figure a way to share revenue like that. It would be. And it is. That's exactly what it's for, though, is for bigger channels to help newer channels. Like I saw, there's a guy out here in Utah. He's named the Professor of Rock. Maybe some of you have watched some of his videos. He's a nice guy. I've visited with him a couple of times. The Letterman channel, David Letterman's official channel, collaborated with him, and it was great. He got a ton. He already had a ton of subscribers, but he got a ton more. Folks just talking amongst themselves for the rest of the comments. So good time for me to play another couple videos, and then I'll be back and we'll do some trivia. How does that sound? Let's do some Growing Pains trivia. What do you think about that? Yes, Adam Reeder. That's his name. Correct, Sean. Let's see. Growing Pains. Well, then let's do this. And then should we do Donny Osmond or one of my own? I'll figure it out afterwards, but we'll start with this. When Growing Pains debuted on ABC in 1985, I was a big fan of the show. I loved the cast. I thought each actor played their part perfectly. And I had already been a big fan of Alan Thicke due to his late-night talk show, Thick of the Night. And when Julie McCullough joined the cast in 1989, well, I thought the casting directors had done it again, just like they would later on when they brought on a young Leonardo DiCaprio for the show's final season. Julie's stay on the show was short-lived, just 11 episodes, and then poof, she was gone. So what happened? Well, one could point to this. Yep, Julie was featured in a very popular men's magazine back then. But then again, Julie wasn't a stranger to that sort of thing. A few months later, she would show up on the cover of Inside Sports along with the lovely Christian Alfonso. So what really did happen? Well, truth be told, it's not entirely clear. At the time, there was some speculation that a particular cast member was up in arms when he discovered that Julie had posed for Playboy. There were whispers that he had demanded that the producers let Julie go. But that actor has denied those stories. So this particular rumor may just be that, an unfounded rumor.
Today we're talking to the original Share the Ride with a Friend man. You, sir, are Noah of Noah's Ark fame.
That's right. I had all my friends of the animal kingdom get together and share the ride.
Did you call it carpooling way back then?
No, we did not have that word. We called it kalaka.
Double up every morning, double up going home at night, double up every day, it's a better way, you're gonna have more fun together. Beats driving alone.
Peeking through my window pane. It's a brand new day, it's treasure hunt time again. Gonna hit the thrift store, gotta find me a deal. I love the thrill of the hunt, it's crazy how good I feel. Rows and rows of forgotten things, hidden treasures, what joy they bring. I'm a thrift store junkie, through and through. Someone else's junk is my dream come true. Record albums, cassettes and CDs, VHS tapes and rare DVDs. It's the rush of finding something too good to be true. In this second-hand heaven, I'll never be blue. Rows and rows of forgotten things, hidden treasures, what joy they bring. I'm a thrift store junkie, through and through. Someone else's junk is my dream come true. Some might think it's garbage, some might think it's too darn old. But I see the beauty in all this stuff, it's all more precious than gold. Rows and rows of forgotten things, hidden treasures, what joy they bring. I'm a thrift store junkie, through and through. Someone else's junk is my dream come true. Rows and rows of forgotten things, hidden treasures, what joy they bring. I'm a thrift store junkie, through and through. Someone else's junk is my dream come true.
If there is a guaranteed way to drive away half my audience, it's play one of my own songs. I went from 22 to 11 viewers just like that. That is too funny. So I did go thrift store shopping just yesterday. Juliette Lewis's CD. I didn't even know she was a musician, that she was a singer. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, great one. Sticker's still on there. What did I pay? $1? Yeah. Michael Hutchence. Oh, what a sad story, that guy, you know. Oh, so sad. But I loved him as the lead singer of In Excess, and this is his solo album. A guilty pleasure. Adam Sandler's animated film, 8 Crazy Nights, the CD. And then a couple non-guilty pleasures. Huey Lewis's Sports. What a great CD that is. Cyndi Lauper's She's So Unusual. Cyndi Lauper, I should say. This was a big find for me. The original Broadway cast album of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And the original soundtrack for Singing in the Rain, one of my all-time favorite musicals. And then April Wine's Harder and Faster. They're a great rock and roll band. This is the CD that has I Like to Rock on it. So anyway, my latest finds at the thrift store. All right, I promised some trivia, but first we're going to read comments, and then we are going to do trivia. And if you don't feel comfortable, just hang out with us while we play trivia if you're not an expert. No biggie. Sean Ennis says, yeah, I really like Professor Rock, Adam Reeder. I think that's what his name is, yeah. Park City guy, Park City, Utah, just up the street from me. Let's see, an update on Angela's cat or dog. Can't remember. You can tell me, Angela. Scooby's doing great. She's scheduled for surgery in February. Been hanging out in my parents' room because it's cooler. The poor thing's been rubbing against everything, if you know what I mean. Super says, never watched Growing Pains. Channel member Shannon says, Professor Rock has been doing a lot of crossover videos with Rick Beto as well, yeah. Music channel member Music Girl 67 says, I'm subscribed to the Professor of Rock's channel also. I kind of figured you would be, Ms. Elizabeth. Let's see. Kirk Cameron is Lance's age. Channel member Lance Chaffin points that out. I don't know if you can hear the sounds of freedom in the background there, folks. Maybe, maybe not. I'm only about 10 miles away from Hill Air Force Base here in Utah. And sometimes we get some night flights. They go out and do their test flights. Let's see. Channel member Byron USA says that he had a copy of the Playboy that Julie was in. Lance Chaffin says he's out of here, going to go rest. Have a nice night, Lance. We'll say good night to Lance. Channel member Andrew McArdle says, I watched Growing Pains off and on, but it wasn't my jam. That's kind of me, truthfully. I watched it off and on, though. Channel member John Collins says, just a public service announcement. Andy Griffith's film, A Man in the Crowd, is equally spellbinding and scintillating and a must-watch. It's all about cult of personality, and if ever there was a time for us as a society to understand the dangers of cult of personality, it's now. Also, we should all go back and listen to In Living Color's great song, Cult of Personality, one of my favorite songs, but from the late 80s. Channel member Angela McCarl says, I love your thrift store junkie song. Thank you. Yes, Adam has a few fans here, not the least of which is myself. I'm a big fan of his channel. Channel member Byron USA says, you are the thrift store king, Dave. And channel member Sean Innes says, Juliette Lewis and the little girl from All in the Family. Yeah, Danielle Dubois. She played with a band that had at least one hit, and she was also the lead in the original Broadway version of Annie. Channel member Angela McArdle says, I have Huey Lewis in the New Sports as an LP, found it at a trash and treasure sale years ago. That is the best way to own any of these things. Yeah, LP. I love my LP collection. Channel member Music Girl 67 says, my newest CD from the weekend yard sales are Madonna's Like a Prayer and George Michael's Faith, both classic albums, great ones. Angela says, Scooby's my cat. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Let's see. Channel member Byron USA says, can you believe it's been a little over 40 years since Growing Pains premiered? I feel old. I feel old every single minute of every single day. Travis Taylor 5000 says, Huey Lewis Sports, awesome albums for sure, or album for sure. And channel member Zuperplex says, who is Rick Beto? He's got a great channel too. He's a musician. I have a feeling he's an instructor as well, but has a lot of music industry experience, and he and Adam have collaborated on a couple of different videos, mainly dealing with the copyright claim issue that they are dealing with all the time, because they do a lot of music reviews, and so if they play even a little snippet, the labels will come after them for all the money they earn on their videos, and it's kind of disparaging or discouraging for those guys. He wasn't a good guy in that show, was he, Zuper? He wasn't a good guy. Music Girl 67 says to Thresh Pond, I'm so sorry for missing your live streams. I'll try to make an appearance soon. Surprise you. Let's see. Talking about Rick Beto, he has a pretty big music channel. He is a musician and studio owner and does a lot of great interviews. Yes, he does. Okay. All right. What do you say? Let's see what I got here. This is interesting. I don't know the answers because YouTube has set that. This is cool, actually. Gemini, not YouTube. Let me put this over on the other screen. I asked Gemini to create a trivia quiz for Growing Pains, and it did an interactive one for us. So let me put it on the screen here. Let's see. Share screen. And we'll do a tab for Gemini. Let me make sure I'm not showing anything I shouldn't show. I think it looks safe. There we go. And it's going to be the right section there. Can I make that smaller? No, I can't. I can't look. Nope. All right. Make this. It doesn't help at all, does it? Okay. What if I did this? Hang on. No. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. This is perfect. I don't know the answers. Let's see how we do together. What do you say? Okay. All right. Let me get a timer up on the screen here too. Question number 1. What is the profession of the father, Jason Seaver, which allows him to work from home? 30 seconds on the clock. Our choices are psychiatrist, accountant, dentist, and architect. And should I show the hint? No, we're going to do these without hints. Okay. What is the profession of the father, Jason Seaver, which allows him to work from home? About 7 seconds left. You can put your answer in the chat or just lock them in your noggin, whatever works best for you. I'm going to say psychiatrist. And that is right. Jason Seaver moved his psychiatry practice to the family home so he could keep an eye on the kids while his wife returned to work. Next question. Which actor played the role of the charming but mischievous oldest son, Mike Seaver? Timer engaged. Your choices are Kirk Cameron, Michael J. Fox, Jason Bateman, or Ricky Schroeder. If you paid attention to the video that I played, I don't know, just a few minutes ago, you will know the answer to this question. And we have about 15 seconds for folks to put their answers in the chat or to lock them in their noggin, as I have. Correct answer is Kirk Cameron. Gemini says that's right. Kirk Cameron became a teen heartthrob for his portrayal of Mike Seaver. Moving on. What is the title of the show's memorable theme song? Question number 3. 30 seconds on the clock. Your choices are A, As Long As We've Got Each Other. B, Thank You for Being a Friend. C, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Or D, Everywhere You Look. All great theme songs, but which one belonged to Growing Pains? About 10 seconds left to figure out which one is your answer. Let me take the timer off the screen. Correct answer is As Long As We've Got Each Other. This song is performed by B.J. Thomas and later as a duet with Jennifer Warnes. It's the signature theme of the show. Correct. Okay. Number 4, who played the homeless teenager Luke Brower, who was taken in by the Seavers during the final season? 30 seconds on the clock. Question number 4 is all about that homeless kid that comes and lives with the Seavers during the final season. Was it played by Johnny Depp? Was he played by Leonardo DiCaprio? That's your B choice. Your C choice is Brad Pitt. And your D choice is good old Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker himself. All right, correct answer is Leonardo DiCaprio. 4 for 4 so far. I'll check scores after this question. What was the profession of Maggie Seaver? Let me get the timer going. Was she A, a teacher, B, a nurse, C, a reporter journalist, or D, a lawyer? Got about 20 seconds to figure out how you're going to respond. Again, what was the profession of the mother on the show, Maggie Seaver? played by the great Joanne Kearns? Was she A, a teacher, B, a nurse, C, a reporter journalist, or D, a lawyer? Correct answer is reporter journalist. That's right. The premise of the show was Maggie was going back to work as a reporter, prompting Jason to move his practice back home. All right, folks, you're going to let me know how you're doing. I'll put it on the screen. So far, we've had 5 questions. I bet a lot of you have done really well so far. Channel member Angela McArdle is 5 of 5. Channel member Superplex is 4 of 5. Channel member Sean Innes is 5 for 5. Let's see. Got some folks that might be slightly delayed. So what they're telling me in the chat is just a little bit off, but we'll wait a little bit more. Channel member Ms. Elizabeth, Music Girl 67, says I got 4 of 5 so far. We'll give folks just a few more seconds to put in their scores. Sakina McMurrin's 5 for 5. Great to have you with us tonight again, Sakina, and wonderful score so far. We'll do 5 more questions. I don't think we'll do all 15 tonight since we're running up on the hour already. Okay, we'll stop there. And let's go ahead and go to the next question. Which character was known as the academic brain of the family? Let me get the timer on the screen going. Which character was known as the academic brain of the family? Was it A, Ben, B, Mike, C, Carol, or D, Chrissy? I think I know the answer to this one. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. Again, which character was known as the academic brain of the family? You know, I have to say, yeah, for someone, I only watched it on and off. I'm doing good so far. And you are all doing great as well. And if you, hopefully you're just all having fun. That's really way more important than the score. Carol's the correct answer. Carol was a straight A student who often clashed with her underachieving brother, Mike. Next question. What was the name of Mike Seaver's best friend? Let me get the timer going. What was the nickname, I should say, of Mike Seaver's best friend? Was it A, Stinky, B, Boner, C, Spud, or D, Moose? All right, get your answers in the chat. Take that off the screen. I believe we're talking about Andrew Koenig's character. Andrew Koenig, the son of Walter, played Boner on the show. Richard Boner Stabone was Mike's loyal but dim-witted best friend for the first few seasons. Where did the Seaver family live? Oh no, I might not know the answer to this one. Let me start the timer. Our choices are A, San Francisco, California, B, Long Island, New York, C, Chicago, Illinois, or D, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Oh no. Oh, man. I'm going to just guess this one. I don't know the answer to this one. Hopefully some of you do. I'm going to go Chicago, Illinois. I was wrong. The correct answer is Long Island, New York. The Seavers lived in Huntington, Long Island, a suburb of New York City. Chicago was the home for Family Matters and Married with Children. All right, I missed one. I'm 7 of 8. Let's do another one. Okay, what was the name of the 4th Seaver child born during the series run? Let me get the clock going here. The minute I start bragging about knowing the answers, I get a couple of toughies. I should know this one, and yet I don't know if I do. Put your answers in. Your choices are A, Chrissy, B, Rosie, C, Stephanie, or D, Michelle. Taking the timer off the screen. Oh man. I want to go Stephanie. But that feels like a Full House answer. Could it have been Rosie? It wasn't Chrissy. It wasn't Michelle. It's Chrissy. Chrissy was born in season 4 and rapidly aged. Yeah, over the course of one season, she did, into a 6-year-old during the later seasons. Rosie was not a member of the Seaver family. Now I'm 7 of 9. Oh my gosh, I'm falling apart on us all. One last question for vindication's sake. Come on. Which actor played the father, Jason Seaver? I think I'll do okay on this one. There's your timer. Our choices are A, Tom Bosley, B, Alan Thicke, C, Bob Saget, or D, Michael Gross. Which actor played the father, Jason Seaver? Who could it be? 15 seconds left. Put your answers in the chat, and then we'll get final scores. Sadly, I'm going to be 8 of 10 tonight. We take the timer off the screen with 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right, correct answers. Alan Thicke. Yep. Played the beloved patriarch of the Seaver family. Tom Bosley, of course, was in Happy Days. Bob Saget in Full House. And Michael Gross was in, oh, holy cow, the Michael J. Fox one. Family Ties. You know you're getting old when you forget the name of Family Ties. All right, let me take this off the screen. Let me remove that there. Okay, let's get some final scores from everybody. See how everybody did. I was 8 of 10. And my friend, channel member Sean Innes, was 10 for 10. Well done. Channel member Superplex was 5 out of 10. Channel member Bob Thrash Pondo Pons was 9 out of 10. Everybody beat me tonight. Sakina McMurrin, 9 out of 10. Channel member Musical 67, 9 out of 10. It feels so good that I don't need to cheat off of somebody else. Channel member Angela McCardle, 10 out of 10. And Travis Taylor, 5000, 3 out of 10. Not a Growing Pains fan, but you got 3 right still. That's amazing. Good job, Travis. All right, any final scores? Bob's taken off. Have a nice night, Bob. Talk to you soon. Channel member John Collins got 10 out of 10. I thought that the MTV auxiliary channels were going away. However, they're still on my YouTube TV channel lineup. Did I miss something? I'd heard they were going to be dead as of December 31, 2025 as well. But are they playing music videos? There were. What are they doing now? What are they broadcasting? I don't know. I'd heard the same thing, though, John, and congrats on getting 10 out of 10. Good job. All right, folks. I think we're going to call it a night. You know, it was kind of serendipitous to have some extra special guests with us tonight. Kind of serendipitous. I'm kind of glad we did it this way. And then next Monday, it will be a channel members only live stream. The following Monday will be a special live stream with my retro pals, Fresh Pondo Pons, Pat McCormack, and Barry King, who's also known as BK on the air. I'll leave you with a couple videos, and then, you know, we'll call it a night. Sound fair? All right, thanks, everybody. I hope the rest of the week is super awesome for all of you. Take care. Talk to you all soon. The premise of Quark, which was created by Get Smart's Buck Henry, is fairly simple. Richard Benjamin played Adam Quark, the captain of a United Galaxy sanitation patrol cruiser, an interstellar garbage scow that goes around collecting space baggies. Of course, along the way, Quark and his crew had all sorts of crazy adventures, only semi-related to their primary mission.
On Quark, will Ficus become his planet-law? Will Quark become his dinner?
Can't you talk to him, Adam? He's not here to chat. He's here to eat.
Friday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Speaking of Quark's crew, they were a pretty interesting lot. You had the 2 Bettys. One of them was a clone, but neither of them knew which was which. And then you had Gene, who was played by the great Tim Thomerson, who was a transmute, meaning that he was both genders. And then there was Conrad Janis. Yep, the future father of Mindy O'Connell was also on this show as Otto Palindrome, the commander who Quark received his assignments from. But for whatever reason, I thought this guy, Ficus, was the coolest member of the crew. Although he had a human form, Ficus was plant-based, which allowed him to regrow body parts if one was lost. Richer was so great as this character. Truthfully, even though Ficus was very different, he reminded me a little bit of Mr. Spock from Star Trek. Including its 1977 premiere, Quark ran for 8 brief episodes and was canceled by the network just 2 months after the show began appearing on a weekly basis in 1978. It's really too bad because the humor on the show was very reminiscent of Henry's earlier work on Get Smart. One can't help but feel that if the show had been given a chance to build an audience, it could have been a real rating success.
Secret Agent T.R. Sloan takes on the beautiful but deadly Seduction Squad.
Can't wait. Busy.
Robert Conrad outbonds Bond as a man called Sloan.
America's been waiting for a family show about a real family.
Maybe you're just old-fashioned. Yeah, maybe.
A show that reveals the joys and the sorrows.
You better all dig down and find your pennies because this family could be in deep financial trouble.
The triumphs and the defeats of real people.
Mary, would you lay off him? He's just trying to do his job.
The Bradfords are the family. 8 is Enough is the show. Right after Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Flashing on the screen, visions of my whole life. I used to chase the warm winds of desire, back to when my young heart burned like a fire. It was just nothing but a grand illusion. My heart was quicker than the eye.
how did the classic, iconic television program The Honeymooners get its name? Well, it goes all the way back to 1951, and the name, believe it or not, came directly from the show's star. We're talking about Mr. Jackie Gleason. He was sitting around with a couple writers from another show that he was working on called The Cavalcade of Stars, and the writers were Joe Bigelow and Harry Crane, and they were talking about this sketch, and it was an idea that Gleason had had about this husband and wife, and the husband's this loud-mouthed, blustery guy, and so Harry Crane suggested they call it The Beast, and that didn't sit right with Gleason because, you know what he said, the guy isn't a beast at all. He really, really loves his wife. Sure, they fight a lot, but that's just kind of like the neighborhood I grew up in. And so they thought about it a bit more, and Crane again came back. Harry Crane came back and said, why don't we call it The Lovers? And then Gleason said, you know what, that's a little bit closer. We're getting close, but if people hear that, they might construe that they're not married. They might think that they're living in sin, and we want everybody to know they're married. So Harry Crane came up with, well, we'll call it The Couple Next Door then. And that's when a light bulb went off in Gleason's head, and he said, nah, we're going to call it The Honeymooners.
Hey, B, no way a little dude like you is gonna change my ways.
It's time you were tempted with a taste of nuts and honey.
Hulk Hogan doesn't eat nuts and honey.
Take this. An unbeatable part of this nutritious breakfast.
That's better than a body slam.
Undefeated.
And still champion.
It's a honey of the nut. It's Honey Nut Cheerios.
Welcome to Chunkamania! Roddy Piper eats chunky chili beef soup with a fork! Fork! Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff uses a spoon! Spoon! Fork! Let's find out who rules! New chunky chili beef with big chunks of beef. The soup that eats like a meal. Fork or spoon, it's awesome!
B5O
Come on, you guys. It's only a little.
A hungry giant!
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb big! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
It's not small.
No, no, no! Honeycomb's got a big honey taste! Big, big crunch for a big, big bite!
Honeycomb cereal. Part of this big, complete breakfast.
Honeycomb's a big, big bite!
Wrestling Federation Superstars.
I've got Brutus Beefcake. Here's George the Animal Steel. I've got Great Hammer Valentine. Ricky the Dragon Steel.
Yeah! They're so real.
And Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Can you tell the difference? Wrestling Superstars. They're for real. Each sold separately from LJN. Yeah!
The Man from Atlantis. Mark Harris is an alien in the world we know. His own world is miles under the surface of the ocean, a universe unto itself. He's the only link between our world and those other strange civilizations. Civilizations that defy our imaginations. It's when he's in his own underwater surroundings that the fantastic and magical happen, where we discover there are no dangers like the perils of the depths.
I would like you to stay, only because you wanted to.
The Man from Atlantis, starring Patrick Duffy and Belinda Montgomery.
During the 60s and 70s, I really can't think of two actors more prolific than Michael Landon and Lorne Greene. Both of them routinely appeared on my television screen, on TV shows, and in commercials. I originally came to know these two actors because of Bonanza, which ran for 14 seasons on NBC. Lorne played Ben Cartwright, the patriarch of the Cartwright clan, and Michael played his son, who he affectionately called Little Joe. Each week, along with other sons, Adam and Hoss, the Cartwrights would have some amazing adventures and tackle some pretty hefty social issues every once in a while on their ranch, which was over 1,000 square miles, called the Ponderosa, located on the eastern shore of Lake Tahoe, Nevada. These two actors really were like father and son. Both Lorne and Michael had grown tremendously close while making Bonanza, and their interactions didn't end when the show finally did. These two great actors were reunited on an episode of Landon's television series, Highway to Heaven. Truthfully, this photo doesn't do their reunion justice. Here, let me fix that. There, that's better. It was great to see these two actors and friends working together again. The Munsters is such a fun show. You've got Fred Gwynne, Yvonne DiCarlo, Al Lewis, and a couple of gals who played in East Maryland. You know, the ugly duckling in the family. First it was Beverly Owens and then Pat Priest. And then there was Eddie, played by Butch Patrick. The Munsters' run on network TV was a relatively short one, just 2 seasons on ABC, beginning in 1964. The Munsters share some TV DNA with another beloved classic TV show, Leave It to Beaver. How is that, you ask? Well, both programs have the same producers, Joe Connolly and Bob Mosier. In the Rob Zombie Munsters movie, he does his best to point out that common heritage a couple of times. I'm not going to tell you where or when it happens. One is quite obvious, the other not so much. Good luck. That Marilyn really was quite plain looking, especially when you compared her to the rest of the members of the family. Looking good, Herman.
Don't be a joker. Click on that little thumbs up icon and give this video a like.
The new issue of RetroFan is out. You can preview it at tomorrows.com.
special.
Click on that thumbnail cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel he's keeping memories near. Dave Sundstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.